Good news sa mga Pinoy dyan na 18 to 30 years old, New Zealand is opening its working holiday visa for Filipino citizens this year. And with this visa, 100 lucky Filipinos will be able to come to New Zealand to travel, live, work, and study here. So if you want to get into the 100 slots, you've come to the right place, as I will show you a step-by-step guide on applying for this visa. So I recommend po, wag ninyong skip ang any part of this video. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Kring. I am your kababayan, your ate, your tita here in New Zealand. Disclaimer ko lang po, hindi po ako immigration advisor, and all of the information I'm giving here is from Immigration New Zealand's website. And also shout out kay Anne, Girl Chasing Sunshine, for the information about the working holiday visa on her videos. So check out her channel. So without further ado, guys, let's go. So let's first define what the working holiday visa is. The working holiday visa is a visa that allows you to work in New Zealand for 1 year or to study in New Zealand for 6 months of the duration of your visa. This visa opens once a year to Filipinos, usually between February to March, but that is of course subject to change. Let's take note lang po of the title of the visa ha, Working Holiday Visa. So ang intention po ng visa na ito is to allow you to work so that you have an income that can fund your travel in New Zealand. So para po hindi tayo broke sa ating holidays sa New Zealand, New Zealand will allow us to work. So knowing this, may mga caveat po or condition ang working holiday visa. The first being that you cannot work for the same employer for more than 3 months or accept a permanent job. The second being that you can't bring your children with you on this visa. And if you have a partner, a husband, a wife, or a jowa who wants to come with you to New Zealand, then they have to apply for their own visa. Pero wag na tayong magpakipot, no? Marami sa mga Pilipino ang pumupunta sa New Zealand on this visa kasi gusto nila magstay here for longer. So, ang isa po sa mga tanong na madalas is, can I stay in New Zealand after this visa expires? Or can I find an employer, a permanent sponsor ng work visa ninyo? At kung meron kayong work visa, legal na magkaroon kayo ng permanent job. So talagang nasa diskarte nyo yan. So let's talk about who is eligible for this visa. First of all, you have to be a Philippine citizen. You can apply from anywhere in the world as long as you are a Filipino citizen. Nasa Pinas ka, pwede ka mag-apply. Nasa New Zealand ka on a tourist visa, pwede ka mag-apply. Nagtatrabaho ka sa Abu Dhabi, pwede ka mag-apply. Basta Filipino citizen ka. Nasa Antarctica ka, nasa Timbuktu, pwede kang mag-apply as long as Philippine citizen ka. At dapat po, you are aged between 18 to 30 at the time of the application. So, pagkabukas po ng applications for the working holiday visa, no, dapat between 18 to 30 years old kayo. Hindi pwedeng 17, hindi pwedeng 31, hindi pwedeng ang birthday ninyo next month at magiging 18 kayo noon. Hindi pwede, wala pong tawad, 18 to 30 lang po talaga. So how can you get into the 100 slots? Tulad nga ng sabi ni Anne, no, si Girl Chasing Sunshine, may element of destiny po talaga ito kasi nga 100 slots lang and the competition is very tight. But how can we make sure that it is part of your destiny to be in New Zealand on a working holiday visa? So I have 4 tips for you. First of all, make sure that you have a stable and secure internet connection. So dahil nga po 100 slots lang ito at maraming nagkokompetensya para sa visa na ito, i-expect po ninyo na magkakaroon ng lag sa Immigration New Zealand website on the day that this opens. So dapat po talaga secure at stable ang ating internet connection. What is the minimum internet speed? Wala po, as long as stable and secure. But of course, the faster your internet speed is, the better. It doesn't matter if you are connected to the internet via Wi-Fi or mobile data, stable and secure lang po. Basta stable and secure. Pangalawa po, create an Immigration New Zealand account in advance. I will show you how. Okay, let's walk through this. So first of all, punta po kayo sa Immigration New Zealand website. So that would be immigration.govt.nz. And then you will get to the homepage of Immigration New Zealand. Click on the top right, log in, And so makikita po ninyo dyan, no, yung iba't ibang options for the visas. Click on this third one, Working Holiday Visa. And from there, you will get to the bottom of the page that will say that for you to log in or create an account. Click that, and then you will get to this page. If you already have an account, you can just log in. Otherwise, if you are new to this website, click on this area, Create an Account. It's important that you remember your username and password, obviously, because you will need this to log in and complete your applications. And your email address, or the email address you put here, will be the main email that Immigration New Zealand will correspond with for you. So, ang ilalagay niyo po sa registration details ninyo, no, is your first name and your family name as shown in your passport. Hindi na po kailangan ang middle name ninyo. You will also need to provide your email address, a username, a password, and then you select a secret question in case na makalimutan ninyo yung password ninyo. So, marami pong options dyan. So, I'm sure you will find something that you will remember very easily. When you have filled all of that, you can register, and that's that. Immigration New Zealand might send you an email to verify your account. If they do, just check your email for the link for that. Number 3, on the morning of the application, make sure you have the following documents beside you. Nasa tabi nyo na po pagka-apply ninyo. First of all, yung passport ninyo. Second of all, any other government ID. I recommend your driver's license, your birth certificate, or your national ID if you have that. And the third one would be a credit or debit card that is powered by Visa or MasterCard. How will you know kung Visa or MasterCard po yan? Kung may logo ni Visa or MasterCard sa inyo pong mga credit or debit card, pasok po yan. Kahit galing siya sa BDO, sa BPI, or sa PNB, basta po may logo ng either Visa or MasterCard, pwede po yan. If your card doesn't have this logo po, then you might not be able to apply. So best check with your bank. And lastly, put all of your answers in a Word document in advance para po on the day of the application, i-copy-paste nyo na lang ang mga sagot ninyo sa application form ng Immigration New Zealand. Ano ba ang mga tanong ni Immigration New Zealand sa kanyang application form for the Working Holiday Visa? Tignan natin. It is the day of the application. So what you need to do is, first of all, log into your Immigration New Zealand account. So if you go to immigration.govt.nz, you will see the login button on the top right. Click that. Click Working Holiday Visas dito po. And then log in or create account. From there, you can put in your username and password. And once you do that, you will be led to the page that has the different application forms for different countries. So if you scroll down, makikita po ninyo ang Philippines. At sa ngayon, sarado pa po siya. It'll open again on the date that is mentioned in the description box. Guys, wag pong mag-apply ng working holiday visa ng ibang bansa. May nagtanong sa akin one time, pwede bang mag-apply nung Hong Kong working holiday visa? Hindi po pwede. For Chinese, Hong Kong citizens lang po yan. By the way guys, if you like this video, please click the thumbs up and also subscribe po para ma-monetize natin tong video na to. Please po. Thank you. So sabihin natin na bukas na ang applications for the working holiday visa for Philippines. So these are the questions that you will have to fill out. Again, I recommend having a Word document with all of these answers na para po copy-paste na lang on the day of the application. The application is split into 4 sections. The first being personal, and then health, character, and working holiday visa specific. Let's explore the personal page. On the personal page, you will notice that there are 3 tabs underneath this section. But let us first explore the first one, personal details. So, ang mga itatanong po sa inyo sa personal details is number 1, your family name. So, ang inyong surname po. And then you will be asked your given names 1, given name 2, and given name 3 as per passport. Okay, sabihin natin ang pangalan ninyo is Maria Dayan Love Santos Escudero. Ang given names po ninyo ay Maria Dayan Love. So, given name 1, Maria. Second name, Dayan. Third name, Love. Sabihin natin ang pangalan ninyo is Dayan Jean Pobre Jamora. Di ang pangalan po ninyo sa given name 1 ay Dayan. And then second name is Jean. You will be asked if you have any other names that you are or have been known by. So, kung kinasal po kayo dati, ilagay niyo po yung inyong maiden name. Or otherwise, kung nagpa-name change po kayo, as in legal name change, ilagay po ninyo yung dati ninyong pangalan. You will be asked your preferred title in a drop-down menu. So, ang options po is Mr., Mrs., Miss, Doctor, or other. So, pili lang po kayo dyan. You will also be asked your gender, if it's male or female, your date of birth, and also your country of birth. Next, you will be asked your address, and it is important po to put the address that you are living in now. So, kung nasa Pilipinas po kayo or kung nasa ibang bansa kayo, kung nasa New Zealand kayo, Dubai, etc., ilagay niyo po yung current address ninyo. So, that will be your street number. You will be asked your street number, your street name, your suburb, your city, your province or state, yung zip code po, and the country that you're living in. You will also be asked your contact details. So, that would be your phone in the daytime, your phone at night, and your mobile phone. Kung iisa lang po yung phone number ninyo, ilagay niyo po yon sa all three of them. And make sure po to put the country code in. So, kung nasa Pilipinas kayo at ang number niyo is 0916, ang ilagay niyo po is +63 916. So, country code po. If you have a fax number, put that down as well. But if you don't, just put in not applicable. You will once again be asked for your email address. You will be asked if you are represented by an immigration advisor. So in which case, if you are, you say no. If you are only relying on this video of me, it's a no because I'm not an immigration advisor. You will be asked about your preferred communication method with Immigration New Zealand. So, paano mo gustong kausapin kanila? And the only option is email. I'm not sure if they will also open the option of phone for Philippine citizens. And you will also be asked, as the last question for this personal details section, your credit cards or debit cards. So, tatanungin po if you have a Visa or MasterCard available for your payment. Ang next tab under the personal section po is yung identification tab ninyo. So, this information about you will determine your eligibility for a work visa under the working holiday scheme. First of all, you will be asked your passport details. You will be asked your passport number. And then you will be asked to re-enter your passport number. And you will be asked when the expiry date of your passport is. You will also be asked for your second form of identification. So dito po pipili kayo sa drop-down menu kung anong ID ang gusto ninyong i-provide. So that could be your driver's license, your birth certificate, or your national ID. And you have to provide the date that this document was issued, and also the expiry date of this document where it is applicable. The next section are your occupation details. So you will be asked to enter the details of the main occupation in which you are qualified or where you normally work. I believe this section is optional. As I said in my previous video about the working holiday visa, optional po ito. You don't need to fill it out, but in case you want to, you will be asked what your industry is. So, kung anong industriya po ang pinagtatrabahuan natin, whether it's like government, construction, etc. And kung ano po yung ating occupation or yung specific natin na trabaho sa industriya na ito. Ito lang po yung tanong sa occupation section na ito. When you are done with this, then you have completed the first section of the questionnaire of the form, and we can proceed to the second section, which is the health section. The health section determines whether or not you pass the health requirements of Immigration New Zealand. In this section, it's mostly yes or no answers that will determine if you have good health. Ang mga tanong po no is, first of all, do you have any condition that will require a renal dialysis if you stay in New Zealand? Do you have any tuberculosis? Do you have cancer? Do you have heart disease? Do you have a mental, physical, or intellectual disability? Tapos, tatanungin rin po if you have any conditions that may require hospitalization or residential care. Kung saan po kailangan ninyo mag-live-in sa isang facility, sa isang ospital for the long term. And tatanungin rin po if you are pregnant. So you answer yes or no to any of these questions. And if you answer yes, you have to provide some details in the box below all of these questions po about your condition. Ang last question po sa section na to no is, if in the 5 years prior to this application, have you spent or have you lived or have you visited a combined total of 3 months in any country or countries not considered to be at low risk for TB? So kung nakatira po kayo sa Pilipinas, we are unfortunately not in the list of countries that are at low risk for TB. So we answer yes to this, but we don't need to provide an explanation to it. If you answer yes to this po, it doesn't mean you will be rejected, but you will be asked for a chest x-ray in your requirements. That is all for the health section, and then after this, you move on to the third section, which would be the character section. Dito po, ang mga tanong is yes or no answers ulit, to show or to see if you have good character, kung mabait kayong tao. Ang mga tanong po dito is kung nasentensyahan kayo, kung nakulong kayo, kung kayo ay na-charge, kayo ay na-convict, under investigation ba kayo ngayon, have you been refused entry or deported from any countries? If you have been, you have to explain the details of the situation. Again, puro yes or no po. If you answer yes to any of these, you have to explain the circumstances behind it. And when you finish the character section, you move on to the last section, which is working holiday visa specific. So, konti lang po yung tanong dito. Ang mga tanong lang is, if you have previously been issued a working holiday visa, yes or no. And the last question is if you have sufficient funds, enough money to live on while you are in New Zealand. Yes and no po yan. And that is it. When you finish the entire form, you go on to the next round wherein you will be asked for your credit and your debit card details. So you fill out all of that po, no? And you will be charged 455 New Zealand dollars, the equivalent of 15,650 Philippine pesos more or less po. So, included po sa 455 New Zealand dollars na yan ang 420 NZ na application fee and also the $35 International Visitor Conservation and Tourism Levy. So, sabihin natin nakapasok kayo sa 100 slots. Congratulations, my friends! So, Immigration New Zealand will be contacting you about with information of the documents that you need to send to them so that they could process the application of your visa. What are the requirements from Immigration New Zealand? First of all, you have to provide your identity. So you have to provide New Zealand with your passport and passport details. Your passport must be valid for at least 15 months after you arrive New Zealand. So make sure po na ang passport natin is matagal-tagal pa bago mag-expire, bago mapasok, para po hindi magkaroon ng aberya kay Immigration New Zealand. Second, you have to prove that you have good health. So you have to provide a chest x-ray. Filipinos will have to provide a chest x-ray kasi ang Philippines ay hindi parte ng mga list of countries with a low incidence of tuberculosis, unfortunately. So talagang pag tayo po ay Filipino citizen, kailangan natin mag-send ng chest x-ray from an approved panel physician. So nasa links po below ang listahan ng approved panel physicians ni New Zealand, and it's also available in Immigration New Zealand's website. You also have to provide evidence of your good character, meaning po kailangan natin mag-send ng NBI clearance. And also, if you lived in any country for more than 5 years, since you turned 17 years old, kailangan nyo rin po mag-provide ng police certificate from that country. So sabihin natin na 29 years old ka, no? Pero tumira ka sa Japan when you were 20 to 25, you will still need to provide the police certificates from Japan. You have to prove your age also, that you are 18 to 30, and again, that will be provided by your passport. You have to prove you are a Philippine citizen, which is, again, provided by your passport. You have to provide evidence of funds, or ang tinatawag natin na show money, to show that you can live in New Zealand at hindi kayo maghihirap. You have to provide 4,200 New Zealand dollars worth of proof. So ito po ay about 145,000 Philippine pesos. You could show proof of this by providing your bank or credit card statements, your bank drafts, or your traveler checks. You also have to show or provide evidence that you have money on top of the show money to fund your travel back to the Philippines. So on top of the 4,200 NZ, no, you also have to have a bit more money para po makita ni New Zealand na, pag matatapos na yung working holiday visa nito, ni ate or ni kuya, is meron siyang pera para makabili ng flight pabalik ng Pilipinas. Another requirement is that you must not have had this working holiday visa before. If you did, hindi po kayo pasok sa requirements. You also need to provide proof that you have competency in the English language, which is sensible given na New Zealand speaks English. So evidence of this could be an English language test like IELTS with a minimum band. Again, my links below would have information on which English tests you could take. But otherwise, you could also just show Immigration New Zealand a certificate of English as a medium of instruction from the university you graduated in. So, pumunta lang po kayo sa registrar ng university ninyo and ask for this document. And you could just send that instead of shelling out money to take an English test. You have to show proof that you have completed 3 years of full-time tertiary study. Tertiary meaning college po. So kung college graduate kayo, you can provide a copy of your diploma. But otherwise, if you only completed 3 years of your study in college, you could also send through a certificate called Certificate of Completion. And that will also be okay. If you only went to college for 1 year or 2 years, sorry po, hindi kayo pasok sa requirements. And you also have to provide proof that you have or will have medical insurance in New Zealand. So the ways to show this are a copy of your insurance certificate, an approval from the insurance company saying that you are insured for the duration of your visa, or pwede namang magsulat na lang kayo ng letter of undertaking that says that you are committing to buying a medical insurance once your visa is approved. And once you have sent all of that po, it'll take Immigration New Zealand 8 weeks to process 80% of the applications. So may chance po, mataas ang chance that Immigration New Zealand will process your visa application within 2 months, but there's also a chance that it could go beyond that. That's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, just type it on the box below. Please, wag nyo akong tawaging Ma'am Kring. Hindi ko kayo re-replyan talaga. You could also check out the links in my description box for all of the relevant links to this application. And please like and subscribe po para magkaroon tayo ng pera. Please. Alright mga kababayan, I hope to see you here in New Zealand. Message me if you're here. I would love to meet you. This is Kring Lacson, your ate, your tita, or your kababayan lang. Here in New Zealand to say bye-bye.